This is Paul Vasquez with Tax Lab. We help people save tens of thousands of dollars in taxes, and you can too. A lot of people get excited about tax strategies, and that's fantastic. However, tax strategies should not be what's ultimately driving your decisions, especially in business. You want there to be a business incentive for doing the thing you're doing. And so here's a couple things to think about when creating or reviewing the decisions you want to make as a business owner, and to help you decide whether or not you're making this decision only for tax benefit, or if it's kind of a profit motive type or business type of decision. So if in some instances you were not the one who made decisions about what the business would or would not do. So if in fact, let's pretend that there is a board who makes the decisions for you. And this board are invested in the business. They want to make money from the business. They have their own family, their own lives. And you were to present your idea or plan before them, would they approve of it? Would they say, yes, this is going to help the business make money, and that it's significant enough to make a difference, and for the bottom line, and not just for trying to save on taxes? Now, if you're good at lying to yourself and believing those lies that you tell yourself, this strategy might not work for you. But if you're honest about whether or not a board would approve your decision, then keep looking into it. It might be a good strategy for your business's profitability. And if there's tax savings links to that, great. Another thing to kind of realize when we look at tax strategies is, especially if it's going to cost you money to do, does the tax savings outweigh the cost? So a lot of times people get to the end of the year and they say, oh, I've got all these, I'm going to pay high taxes. Let me go ahead and buy a bunch of stuff. Well, if you don't have a profit motive in buying that stuff, if that stuff isn't going to somehow make your business more profitable by buying it, then you're just throwing away dollars to gather up pennies, as I've heard now in the business. So if you're going out there, because you're only going to be saving the difference, right, on the tax. So if you're at the lowest you could be is, well, zero, but if you're making money, it's hard to be at zero tax bracket. But even at 10% tax bracket, 12%, 22% tax bracket, that's the only thing that you're saving on that purchase. So it's nice to save money, and it's great to save money, but if you don't need it, now you've just wasted 90, 88%, whatever that tax is. That's the only part you're saving. So if you don't really need that for your business, if it's not going to make your business profit, you're basically throwing away the rest of that dollar just to save a few pennies. So the tax code can kind of be a recipe book for what you want to make when it comes to finance and business. And so it has these different recipes in there. However, there's no point in baking a cake if nobody's there to eat it. You're just going to waste a bunch of ingredients. You're going to waste a bunch of your time. If you make a banquet and you don't have enough people to eat that food, it's just going to be a waste of resources for you and a waste of time of all the other people you're employing to do that. There are tons of tax strategies which might work, might be a benefit, but are they? Or are they just creating more transactional data for an accountant like me to charge you for? And so there really should be a cost-benefit analysis for your business. The tax code is not it can be a stick, but it can also be a carrot to kind of help guide you in different recipes for the things you want to bake or make. However, once again, there's no point in implementing some of those tax strategies and some of those recipes if you don't really need that cake or that banquet. If it's just going to sit there and spoil, you're just wasting your time and money just to kind of feel like you're doing something. And in a way, it's a way to spend money and spin your wheels. So let's not waste time and money. Let's look at making your business, making your life as successful as possible, and then applying any tax strategies that are available, or at least applying the recipe that's been proven and shown to be more effective when it comes to making money in the U.S. Once again, if you are interested in getting a plan for yourself put together, a tax strategy meant for you and your business, go ahead and go to www.lab.tax, click on Advisory Services, and book your introductory meeting with us. And we'll see if it's a good fit.